You don't even gotta press none, just keep it on me. Should be able to adjust. I appreciate it. Let me just throw these headphones in real quick. Bro, there's no way I put gum in my pocket and just...
Just left it.
Alright, this is 245. Actually, bro, this is baby weight. Let's make it 255, make it interesting. Just so I can have some leg drive real quick. Let's get equipped. I'm sure there was like a point where you're like, should I put down this camera?
Am I interrupting something?
Am I gonna watch him die? Okay, I bet. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. It's so good.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna take my car.
Alright, well, I'm glad you guys could catch my top set. I'm back. Kinda. I stopped doing these for a while because I wasn't really seeing any return on me making these videos. Now, I know I connected with a lot of people and I've gotten so much support through comments and even people reaching out to me for my coaching and whatnot, and that's been fantastic. But I mean, I haven't been seeing a return on my happiness, and I think it's because I've been actually spending a lot of money having these videos edited for me, and it felt like every time I would come into the gym, every session would be longer because I'd be filming, trying to look as good as possible, and it just wasn't really me. It felt like I was kind of prepping for these videos to happen, when instead it used to be I would just drive to the gym, go off the riff, and not really have to think about anything. And I kind of want to just take all of the pressure off myself and keep these as raw as possible, so I'm no longer editing these. It's just going to be a real lifting session, taking y'all through and whatever thoughts I have in the meantime. So hopefully you guys will rock with that, and that's the only way that I'm gonna keep uploading these videos, and I think it's gonna make me a lot happier, because here's actually a really great piece of advice. If you want to just start something or get back into something, just do it. Get rid of all of the built up pressure around whatever it is that task is. Like, I started putting this kind of perfectionist mindset on these videos. You know, I wanted each one to have more valuable lessons, have more humor, be better edited. And because of that, it was super unrealistic for me to keep putting these out on a consistent basis. Like, I genuinely was not enjoying working out anymore. I was skipping more sessions. I was dreading whenever I had to film. And so instead, today, I just whipped out the camera. You guys just saw it. I had one of my friends I asked him to record a set, and now I'm just getting back into it. And that's it. I didn't wake up today all of a sudden motivated to start these vlogs again. And that's the same thing with overcoming any task. It's like, I preach this to my clients all the time, but I wasn't even applying it. You don't need perfection, you need momentum. Consistency wins over time, no matter what. And I'd much rather be putting out videos consistently, having a great time, enjoying the process, and connecting with you guys through a raw, unedited version of myself, whether that's, you know, me making mistakes and rambling for longer periods of time than me trying to have the perfect output and holding myself to expectations I can never reach for each video to get better and better and better. I'd much rather just enjoy my session in here and hopefully be able to connect with you guys because I'm being my real self. So that's, I guess, the direction I want to start doing these again. And yeah, I'm excited. I also haven't messed with my camera in a while, so hopefully all of this looks good. If you're trying to get back into something, Make the barrier for entry as low as humanly possible. If you want to be successful, do not chalk it up to having the perfect protocol. This is the most easily applied to fitness, right? A lot of people think that they need to be maximizing their time spent in the gym. So instead of going, just 3 days per week and trying to enjoy their time there, even if it's only a 20-minute session, they chalk it up to starting on November 1st, I'm going to go 5 times per week. I'm going to do cardio 3 times per week. I'm going to make sure that I'm hitting all of my macros, and then I'm also going to be having the most effective sessions because you're already doing too much. You're not going to enjoy that. It's not sustainable, and you're not going to be consistent. Just focus on what you can control. And one major piece of advice is whatever you enjoy doing, you will do it 10 times more than anybody else who is disciplined. And honestly, the rant on discipline is a long one, so I'm going to save it for after this set. $7:55. My back's too sweaty. This is the raw shit you guys get to experience now. Enjoy. Where's the towel? $2:55. I got your mama on the bar. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, that was a bad rep. Don't watch that. That was so much momentum. I was so nervous. Here's a rant on discipline nobody asked for. Everybody is disciplined. You are disciplined. You, yes you, sitting there on the couch watching TV or watching me with your hands full of Cheez-It dust. Dorito. No. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't make these raw. What's that one cheesy puff snack? Oh, with the fucking cheetah. This is gonna kill me. All right, everybody is disciplined. Yes, you, sitting there with your hands full of some unnamed Cheeto mascot. Cheez-Its? Damn. I thought if I just started the sentence, it would come to me. Okay, everybody is disciplined. A lot of people think discipline is something that you have or you don't have, like it's this black and white line that you have to cross, whether it's like you have, you don't have. I just said that, ramble started. Everyone is disciplined. It's just, what are you disciplined to? It's almost like conditioning a dog, right? You say paw, they give you paw, reward them with treat. They are now conditioned and disciplined to do the things that you want them to do. My dog is so disciplined. Look at this. Paw, treat. Simple. You need to do the same thing with whatever you're trying to become successful with. You need to discipline yourself. And there are key aspects to discipline. Immediately in that example, what is the first thing that you think of when you're disciplining the dog that's going to make him want to keep doing the thing that you want him to do? Reward. If you don't enjoy what you're trying to become disciplined or condition your mind towards, you will never stay consistent with it. If you wake up and you doom scroll and you hit your little nicotine vape, and then you watch TV and you smoke weed and you jerk off and you look at pictures of naked people online and then you complain on the internet about how much your life sucks, that's what you're disciplined to. Because some part of you genuinely enjoys doing that, even if it's for a split second. If you want to become disciplined to doing hard shit, you need to make hard shit enjoyable. And it's not realistic to jump in and do everything all at once and expect you to enjoy it. You need to find what are your consistency enablers and build the structure around that afterwards. The smartest thing you can do if you want to become a more disciplined individual is trick yourself into becoming that disciplined individual. This is most easily done through substitution or habit stacking. So, let me give you an example. If you are somebody who struggles with vaping, but you want to start going for more walks instead of just quitting the vape and just constantly telling yourself, no, I'm not gonna vape, I don't want this, and lying to yourself. Instead, use that trigger where you feel like you need a hit for a nicotine to go do a walk. Let that be your trigger, let that be your catalyst for growth. And then don't do the stupid thing of walking 10 miles. Instead, go for a 5-minute walk with a person that you care about to a place that you like. You do that enough, you're gonna start to love walking, and you're gonna switch that little instinctual habit to pick up the vape with going for a walk. And over time, you will wake up one day and you'll be like, holy shit, I haven't had nicotine in 3 months. I am over 2.5 years sober, and I can confidently tell you guys, I never once said, I am going sober. I never told anybody, I never needed anybody's approval. I didn't care for any extra affirmations. I just woke up one day, and it was, I think, like 7 months, and I realized it because I did the math. I was like, when was the last time I even had a drink? Oh my God, it was one of my friend's birthday parties 7 months ago. And I was like, why did this happen? It's because I have been so invested in enjoying all of the healthy stuff that I have been trying to achieve and set out for myself that I just forgot about it. It was no longer a crutch that I relied on because I had replaced it with bigger, better, stronger crutches. And these crutches were things that set me up for success. Things like spending time with loved ones and not spending as much time on my phone. Things like eating healthy, but not healthy in the sense of it's chicken, broccoli, and rice. It's eating healthy like I just made the most fire pancakes ever. These are only 600 calories and they have 85 grams of protein. Banana pancakes, hell the hell yeah. Hell the hell yeah. Listen, end of ramble. If you want to be, scratch that, you are disciplined. It's just what are you disciplined to? And how are you going to recondition your mind to enjoy doing hard things? I bet you guys would never guess what I work out to. I don't work out to, well, sometimes I work out to rap, but I actually listen to edits of like anime, but then with pop music in the background. Sometimes EDM music in the background, but stuff that really fires me up. And I'm not a weeb by any means. I'm not wearing any shirts with random characters that you've never heard of, but I definitely do enjoy watching anime when I get the chance. This is the shit that you signed up for with a Raw Talk. Uno mas set. We're gonna lower the weight because I was ego lifting. Like, don't be a douchebag. You're not that strong. Mic's working. Come on. I want to go to failure. No. I need a spotter. I'm gonna get one more. Oh, it's heavy. So usually I progressive overload and I track all of my progression to make sure that I'm getting stronger, but I usually am in a commercial gym where I can do all the exercises I want to and make sure that I'm executing everything properly. When I come home, I lift like I did in high school when the entire goal was to get a pump so that I could send some random person a semi-thirst trap picture of my collarbone at like 1 a.m. So that's what we're going for. So how does it... I just zoned out really hard and realized how cringy this is gonna sound without proper editing. That is where I would usually put like a zoom in, a black and white, maybe like some funny music, a bruh. I would not do a bruh sound effect, but feels good, man. So when I'm at home, I don't really have much equipment, so I just do high volume. You know, I've never watched the Sam Sulek vlog all the way through, so I don't know what he does when he's not talking to the camera. Like, does he just play music and just tune you guys out and you guys still just sit there and watch it? I feel like if I'm not talking to you, I'm doing something wrong. Because usually I would just edit this out, right? This isn't that interesting. Why don't we just do this? I was only like 45 seconds of rest. Excuses. So, this exercise is actually upper chest. I was actually talking really loud, sorry. I had SZA blasting vibes. This is upper chest. A lot of people would think this is getting kind of close to like a, like a front delt exercise because it's pretty high up. But what I didn't realize for the longest time is your upper pec is a very small muscle group, very small. It's not as much as you think. And so, well, you only have a pectoralis major and minor, but if you're trying to grow your upper pec, you need to be at a higher incline than 45, which I thought like, oh, I'm just gonna lower this bench one more. And I would usually do that and I'd bang that out. But a lot of times you're training like not optimally to hit your upper chest. And also your angle of the arm matters so much more than I thought. I thought I could just flare my elbows out to the side and just, you know, pump these out. But a lot of times, if you don't have a furthered mind muscle connection, you're gonna be training your anterior deltoid instead of actually your upper chest. Jesus, am I C-bum? Do I have a stutter? Lock the fuck in. Part of the reason I'm worried about doing these raws, because you guys are gonna start to see what it actually looks like to have OCD and ADHD. Because usually when I edit shit up, I can just be like the parts where I'm acting clinically insane I can get rid of. Who else thinks it's time to hit a set? It's hard to add comedic value without edits. If you're just in your garage alone, talking to yourself. Watch the angle at which I press. Get some SZA back. Oh. Hopefully this isn't blocked. So when I lift, I play music blasting with noise cancellation on. So I have no clue how bad my grunts have gotten recently. I think they've gotten much worse over the past years. But I think honestly, if you're not grunting your ass off when you're training, you're probably not training that hard and you're limiting your own intensity. Yo ass should be making noises. I'm tired. So tell me why none of y'all thought to tell the Neanderthal that he didn't have his mic picked up and his head was in the way the entire time. This is the part that I'm gonna want to edit out, but I'm gonna remind myself not to. Will this focus on me or the camera? Stop wasting energy, Dirk. Okay. Bingo bongo. Jesus, this is like so flimsy. It does not feel stable at all. What are the odds this focuses on me during my set? Focus on me, please. Oh. It's too goddamn hot. Holy shit. I gotta open this up. This is ridiculous. Can I get centered one time? Nope, nope, nope. Jesus, I'm sweaty as hell. My views are gonna go through the toilet. That's okay. That's not why we do this. I have nothing. Guys, I have nothing. You should have seen. I just pondered for like 2 minutes trying to think of something to say. I have nothing. I have a fat pimple on my lip. That's what I have. Jesus, this is sweaty. Gross. I'm sorry, guys. I think my home gym is just like too compact to get really good angles. I was watching that one back. It's a little rough. You know, I didn't even cover this yet, but I went through a full ACL surgery. Camera's tilted. I'm gonna actually just let it be. And I got my ACL fully reconstructed, so now I have 2 working ACLs, but I'm about 3.5 months post-op. Shout out to everybody who followed me on Instagram and followed along with the journey. That was hella cool. I got a lot of support. Made me feel really good when I was in a really tough place, so thank you. And times get tough even for the strongest warriors. That's how you grow, right? You only grow when shit is tough. I think one of the best mental switches I've had that have helped me progress the most as a person is realizing that every single time I am pushed to my limit or hit my face on the floor, it is secretly an opportunity for growth in disguise. If you're willing, you just have to be willing to search for that opportunity. It's kind of like this ACL surgery felt like somebody tripped me. I fell flat on my face, but then when I got up, there was a $100 bill that I would have totally walked over if I never tripped. So I picked that $100 up, and now I'm much better off, $100 richer. That's how I genuinely feel about tearing my ACL 3 times over the course of 5 years. I would have never picked up a camera and started doing content. I would have never really dialed in my physique. I guess this is a corny way of saying whoever is going through some shit, look for that $100 bill on the floor. It's there. You just got to open up your eyes. Probably all puffy from falling flat on your face, but if you can manage to get at least one of those eyes open, you'll see that $100. Different variation. So I touched my camera, that shit's on fire. Yeah, let's do this so that you guys can finally see what you look like. Oh my gosh, there you guys are, no way. What's up, guys? That is something that I would have cut out. Oh, shit, hold on. Am I close enough? Can you see me? Or is it just gonna focus on the back of my head? We will find out. Wow, I would knock the whole camera over. Okay, I want to do a little bit of posing to see what I look like. I'm not doing it because I'm filming, trust me. I would never just do that. All right, so my camera's at 1%, and I just filmed a bunch of stuff for short form, so I kind of have to sign this off right now. I was not planning on filming, but I actually had a really good time, so hopefully I do this more. Yeah, anyways, remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you want to be the best version of yourself, what are you doing every single day to make that inevitable? Don't rely on willpower. It never wins in the long run. Rely on systems. If you don't have a genuine system that's set up to make sure that you keep progressing, you will never keep progressing. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Remember, one of the most important things is your own intelligence. You could watch hundreds of podcasts, hundreds of YouTube videos trying to level up, become the best version of yourself. But if you don't ever actually apply any of the information that you intake, consume, you didn't actually learn anything. Information without application isn't knowledge. It's another form of mental masturbation, except you're jerking off your mind to make yourself feel smarter. You're raising your ego without actually increasing any of your productivity. So, nothing changes if nothing changes. I actually got it written on my wrist. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like on my wrist now, because I'm not stupid enough to get a phrase tattooed on me. Here's a side ramble. If you get anything tattooed on you, or you're the guy that saves something as your lock screen so that you're forced to see it every single day, it's actually not going to become significant at all to you anymore. The reason that you value things, phrases, people, places, is because their significance is typically due to how much value. How do I say this properly? My arm is getting really tired. It's a heavy ass camera. This thing's worth like $5,000. Side note, subtle flex. ADHD. Wrap this up, Dirk. I'm literally holding on to my one arm, my recording arm with the other arm because it's so goddamn heavy. How do we finish this off? What was I talking about? Nothing changes if nothing changes.